A bit of a cut.
All
I
right.
just jumped across and fought that guy.
Yeah. We had a technical difficulty. My computer ran out of space and stopped recording, so we're recording again, and there we go.
Look at this guy.
Our,
Taunting me. Calling me over, Joe.
oh
But
yeah,
I'm not going to do it.
oh yeah. We were
I beat him once.
talking about episode 9, and basically, yeah, Palpatine lets Kylo Ren live to bring Rey back. Poe, Finn, and Rey are hopping across the galaxy to get people on their side. But of course, with the news that Palpatine's returned, people are apprehensive. But then you still kind of have the big moment at the end of the galaxy shows up when there's hope. Because I know you're not a fan of that moment, but that's my favorite moment in it. If I were to do top like 5 moments of the sequel trilogy, everyone showing up would be it.
I don't hate it theoretically on paper. I just feel like it didn't fit in the movie and like the way it was executed.
But if they went with my route of like they're hopping and they're going to, that's my thing. In the ninth movie in a 9 movie saga, like why are we introducing like new characters like Zori Bliss, and why are we going to new planets? Like I know people are like,
Like,
oh, like it's Star Wars, I want new and stuff, but we're talking about the ending of the saga. Like, go to Naboo, go to Coruscant, go to I don't necessarily need them to go to Tatooine because there's like not people on Tatooine, but go to Cloud City again.
I think I would have liked it if that was the plot. They were going across the galaxy recruiting people, and we saw that built up. Because for me, it was like suddenly everyone shows up, and I didn't feel like it was earned in the plot of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, because they were basically because like if we had got Lando that way, of Lando's kind of become like this old, washed up senator that really doesn't do anything, and he's just kind of become not complicit but lazy. He's like, oh, I'm too old to fight. This isn't.
Hmm.
I already fought, kind of a deal. And they're like, well, the general needs you, and then he shows up at the end.
And you could even have a moment of like he hears a story of Luke, and he's inspired by that story or something.
Yeah.
He's like, Luke showed back up. He's shocked
I've
by it.
taken the artifact back to my ship for analysis. Pity you couldn't make it in time.
Doesn't matter what you steal.
And I'm okay with the idea of
Yet you
Finn
do.
Jedi thing, but I felt like if
I'll take those
because
on.
it wasn't really anything Ryan Johnson did with an episode 8, that it's like feels weird to pick up in episode 9. He should have just been like the stormtrooper that like gets a bunch of stormtroopers. Like there was a perfect moment too when you have the I'm the spy moment from what's his face. Like they were surrounded by stormtroopers. Like it would have been perfect if Finn just kind of like told his story, and you have that guy. I can't fucking remember his stupid name.
Hux,
General Hux. There we go. Uh,
easily the best Star Wars character.
yeah, General Hux is like orders them to kill Finn, but then Finn tells his story, and so like one by one, all the stormtroopers turn from having their guns pointed at Finn and Poe, and Rey would probably be in that, Finn and Poe to pointing their guns at Hux. And it's just kind of like they either show him get blasted away, or it's just kind of implied that the stormtroopers kill him. Instead of the weird "I'm the spy" moment, which was worked way better in Rebels when um, what's his face did it?
Sideburns.
Agent Callus. If I didn't have a wedding to go to this week, I was gonna shave my face and be Agent Callus for Halloween. I might do it next year. But I didn't want a shaved face for a wedding.
That makes sense.
I don't want to go to my friends' houses and see those pictures immortalized on their wall with me with a doofy ass shaved face. But
You
like,
really gotta do is go to the wedding with the full Callus sideburns on.
no,
You
I'm
know.
good with that. I don't think the bride would be too happy with me, and that if all of the like wedding pictures of like with the groomsmen in it, and I have dumbass sideburns.
And then you also gotta wear like a imperial military uniform to the wedding, so you're like
Yeah. What if I was hot Callus?
fully invested. Oh, hot Callus, I like that.
I'm waiting to see what he looks like when he pops up in Kenobi. Spoiler alert.
Oh, is he gonna be in that?
Yeah. I was reading something while we were talking earlier that I didn't. We have a rumor. What's the length do you think for Andor? How many seasons?
Seasons, I was thinking of a one-off.
No,
3?
exactly. Tony Gilroy, 3 seasons, unless of course it's not as popular, as they hope it to be. But Tony Gilroy is expected to be the showrunner for all 3 seasons.
I like that.
So how do you
I
think
like that.
You think it ends like season finales? Hey, go find Jin or so, or series finales, go find Jin or so. Like that makes the most sense.
You think it would be something leading directly into Rogue One? The same way that Rogue One was like, oh, the next second is New Hope.
Yeah,
I wonder if it'd be like, oh, literally you're a second away from Rogue One.
yeah.
And you could watch them all right in a row,
Haven't
essentially.
seen us. Keep your guard up.
Also, I forgot to mention to take a quick ad break. This show does have a sponsor. This show is brought to you by the Snyderverse Saga, a novel written by friend of the show Darren Kirst. And one of the great things about this book is my name is in it, as all great books should have my name in it.
That's how you qualify a good book, Joe.
Yeah, and there's a sentence that says that also goes, it's in the acknowledgments section, obviously, and
I noticed something while examining this
he
sarcophagus.
says, I can talk all day regarding this or I need to give a shout out to some close friends with whom I can talk all day regarding this topic, and that it would be about the Snyderverse Saga, and he lists some people, and then he says, that also goes for Joe Fricke, and, he lists some other people.
And some other people? Yeah. Anyone else interesting?
No one else. So, yeah.
Okay.
Go pick up a copy of the Snyderverse Saga if you're a big DC fan, if you're a fan of the Zack Snyder DC movies.
Yeah, I had an interview with him on our podcast feed, so if you guys are fans of Snyderverse or you want to hear a bit more about this book, it's kind of like a historical book that goes through the whole rise from Man of Steel all the way through to Justice League and the Potential Future, so you get kind of like a history lesson in there. A lot of nostalgia. So if you want to hear us kind of gush about memories of DC in that time, that's pretty much what that was, an hour of us gushing. So that's on our YouTube channel and Twitch.
Right, here's kind of what the back of the book says, just for shits and giggles. Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. As 3 of the most iconic heroes of all time, the task of translating these beloved DC Comics characters and their stories to film would be the ultimate challenge for any director. By embracing this challenge, Zack Snyder, who gained popularity following successes with 300 and Watchmen, would find himself at the epicenter of controversy. Shaped by studio conflicts, creative differences, increasingly divisive public opinion, social media, the COVID-19 pandemic, and personal tragedy, the making of Snyder's films Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, and Justice League would come together to form a remarkable tale. In the Snyderverse Saga, entertainment journalist Darren Kirst chronicles the epic behind-the-scenes true story of Snyder's DC Comics films, their revolutionary impact on superhero movies in Hollywood, and the power of fandom in the fighting for creative freedom. After achieving victory following the hashtag Release the Snyder Cut movement, a new wave is on the rise with hashtag Restore the Snyderverse to adapt the cinematic landscape to the modern world, a nightmare world. Will the Snyderverse continue? Only time will tell. There we go. So hopefully you heard that through the sound of lightsabers cutting through stormtroopers like a hot knife through butter.
2 of my favorite things, Joe: killing stormtroopers and the Snyderverse.
Yeah. If only those films were better.
Can't get much better.
I don't know. Episode
Oh
9 is...
boy.
Ooh, is this...
Reach for it, Cal.
Reach for the sky.
No.
Padawan, where is the Force?
Everywhere. It is within me.
It's up your ass.
Just so. It connects you.
It is everywhere.
There will be times when emotion, pain, or exhaustion trick you. You feel cut off, isolated.
Oh look, it's Garazab.
This isn't a
Aurelius.
Your lightsaber lies there, out of reach, but you remain connected through the Force. Feel that energy around
Kind
you.
of surprised we didn't see a Cal Kestis cameo in Clone Wars final season or something like that. You know, they had the Freddie Prinze Jr. appearance.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at the screen.
Forces within you, around you, connecting you to your weapon.
You must ignore all distraction.
Sorry, I'm not good at that. Oh shit. Oh,
Force is with
he
me.
just lands.
It connects us.
There we go.
Yeah, I think so.
Now things make way more sense. I was like, how am I supposed to move all these flaming balls if all I can do is push?
Nothing like a bunch of flaming balls in your face.
I know.
If you've got flaming balls in your face, you should see a doctor.
Probably. They shouldn't be flaming, you know? Okay. Oh, wrong way. Left trigger. There we go. Free at last. There we go. All the way up.
Free at last! Free at last! Gotta... whatever that saying is.
Oop, I should probably rest. Right in the middle of downtown Chicago, there's a huge prison, like a Cook County prison. And at one time I was walking downtown and this guy had just walked out of the prison and he was like having this huge emotional moment saying like, oh, I'm free. I'm finally free. I've been there for so long. He was kind of crying. I was walking past him and I was like, oh, how long were you in? And he said like, I don't remember how it was like a really long time. And I was like, oh, what happened? And he just said murder. I was like, oh, cool.
When was
Have a
this?
good one. A few years ago.
Oh.
I was like, all right, well, have a good one, man. Glad you're out of there. Hopefully you aren't gonna. Hopefully you learn your lesson. You know. That's badass.
So you're judging that guy for murder, and here you are murdering stormtroopers in cold blood.
I know. Oh, I wanted to throw him.
Yeah, but you can push it at it. Oh. I've done that before. You take a swipe where it kind of like blows up, then you push it at them and it blows up in their face.
Good. It's a big attack right there. Get him.
R.I.P. Salute to a real one.
Alright, that's probably not the right way.
Have you read your copy of the Snyderverse yet?
I read a digital copy. I was sent an early copy a while ago, and I read the digital copy, so I like that a lot. I haven't read my physical copy, but I'm gonna get one because it's a couple of good name drops in the book, you know. So
Yeah. I gotta get a
I want
sign.
to celebrate. But I definitely had a nostalgic experience reading that, you know, and going through the whole era of BVS and Man of Steel. They're kind of memorable movie experiences, especially because they're so divisive. It was everyone had their opinion on them, you know, so that was kind of the fun of it. Whether you hated it or loved it, it was always kind of fun to talk about because everyone had really strong thoughts. I do love myself a divisive movie, you know.
Well, then you won't like Last Night in Soho because it's amazing and everyone should agree. So nothing about it should be divisive.
It is kind of surprisingly divisive. I don't know why. I thought people loved that great.
Well, people are morons. Yeah, it was crazy. I walked out of the movie and I was like, "Oh, this could be like an Oscar contender. You know, this could be like best movie of the year. Everyone loves it." And then I go on Rotten Tomatoes and it has like a 72%, and I'm like, "What the fuck movie did everyone else see?"
Because he got stuck in the wall, poor guy. He fallen through time and space.
He went to the world between worlds, bro.
If I go through that portal, I can save Ahsoka.
Who would want to? Fuck that bitch.
Oh, jeez.
She doesn't deserve to live.
It's pretty cold.
I'm a Darksider, you know, I'm repping my Darth Maul. I got Darth Maul on my shirt, Darth Vader on my pants.
I had a customer come into my job the other day, full Star Wars gear. He had Star Wars pajama pants, he had a Boba Fett T-shirt, and he had a Star Wars hat, and also a Star Wars hoodie. I was like, this guy's into Star Wars, man.
That's when you were like, so I see you're a big Star Trek fan, huh? And just watching them fucking explode.
Yep. He'd be like, yeah, I haven't seen them. Yeah, I heard they're pretty good.
This was an
I'll get to them eventually.
Be like, haha, Star Trek's amazing, man.
All you gotta do is walk up to that guy and be like, yeah, I don't like a lot of the movies, but I love that last one. So you gotta get it.
That's when you say shit like, oh man, did you see Solo? I love the moment when Solo, flew the Enterprise for the first time.
Oh my god.
Or you're like, oh man, I really like that Boba Fett show on Disney Plus, Which that joke doesn't really work anymore now that there actually
Yeah,
is.
there's already is a Boba Fett show. I'm getting wrecked by this thing. Look at that. Give me one. Help me, BD. Help me. Alright. I'm low on health, but I might be able to pull it off. There we go. Play aggressive, you usually win.
The guy had a family.
I'm at the point of mission here, so I gotta raise this spire is what I gotta do. Next steps. Trick me there, guy.
Fuck that guy. He had no family.
Oh, I'm gonna rest right here before I die. Almost at the death point. Speaking of shockingly low Rotten Tomato scores, Joe, we're about a day out from Eternals now. It comes out tomorrow night. How's your hype level?
Like, out of 10, like a 3.
The more of these negative reviews come out, the more interested I get because I feel like it's going to be more
This movie, I think, is legitimately going to tell us what is the lowest barometer, like lowest amount of money a Marvel movie will make opening weekend. Like, what, what will like the hardcore MCU fans that will see anything like how much
Hmm.
money do they bring opening weekend? Because I legit like no one is talking about this. Like, no one cares about this movie.
The only thing people talk about is that it's getting terrible reviews. Like I see tons of headlines about the reviews, which is not a good
Yeah, yeah,
headline to
yeah, yeah.
have.
But I see no one. Like, I'm not like just out in the world. You like when like Shang-Chi came out. Like, you heard people being like, "Oh, I'm excited for Shang-Chi," or "Oh, like I'm gonna go see this," or like even Black Widow. But like for this, I'm hearing nothing.
Yep. I have a feeling it's going to be rough. Does it make more or less than Black Widow's opening weekend?
I'm gonna see what Black Widow's
Because
opening
Black
weekend.
Widow had that huge hindrance of being way earlier in the pandemic.
Well, it
But
wasn't so much. That movie only came out in like July or August.
that is true.
But wasn't it the same day release with um, Disney Plus?
It was. That was the biggest hindrance because they were still early enough in the pandemic where they were doing the simul releases.
Yeah, because that was like early in theaters coming back.
I think I'm walking in a circle.
$80 million U.S. opening weekend. No way it hits that. There's a 0% chance that it hits $80 million opening weekend. I was thinking more like $40 to $50, right? 40 to 50 million. Where are you at?
I think it's gonna be a rough one because the buzz is nothing but negative. Like for Marvel, this score is terrible, you know, and that's gonna be a hard one to go into because there's so much coming out. Like we're getting so many releases week to week, but I'm gonna really curious how it goes because I do think we've seen stuff like Last Night in Soho and Antlers and French Dispatch kind of bomb at the box office, and it seems like only IP is working right now. So who knows? I hope it does well, but I mean, what stake do I have in it?
Yeah.
It'll be nice to have Marvel get a little bit of a check finally. They can't just release anything they want and make tons of money anymore.
Yeah.
I just hope they don't learn the wrong lessons. They don't see this and say, okay, well now we can't do anything unique or outside of the norm because people won't like it.
I don't think it's necessarily doing stuff outside of the norm. I think part of it is. I think. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is the exception. I think they're learning like they can't. I think part of it is you have these characters that no one has ever cared about ever. Like even like Marvel comic book fans that like don't care about the Eternals. Where I think Guardians of the Galaxy was like this weird, like I think it came out at the right time, and I think it was like a perfect blend of like the tone. Like Guardians of the Galaxy was a good movie on its own. You know, it wasn't like that. It was an MCU movie. Obviously, being an MCU movie helped its initial box office and all that, but it still had good word of mouth and everything. Where this, like, no one cares about these characters. It's not gonna have good word of mouth. Like,
Yeah, it's pretty much going to be the Marvel hardcore fans and like the movie nerds who see everything pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah, that's why I say I think we're gonna learn like what's the bare minimum amount of money that a Marvel movie will make. Cause that's what we're about to learn.
It's I wonder if it's having a lot of the same problems that Cosmic Marvel has in the comics, where the characters are so powerful that they're like unrelatable as like people.
Yeah,
And I also think the cosmic and multiverse eras of Marvel comics are some of the more like desperate eras. So they're getting into both of those at the same time. So I don't know what to expect at this point because none of these comics are particularly great. Like they're basing the Spider-Man movie off of like one of the worst comic books. I'm looking forward to it though. I do think, like I said, I like divisive movies, especially in franchises. I like seeing them take a risk, you know. So I think I'm gonna like stuff about it, and I like Chloe Zhao's previous movie a lot.
I didn't. Nomadland was boring. Oh, look, I live in a van. That doesn't make your movie good.
And I do think it's going to be similar to Nomadland, and it's very like slow and very visual. And Grace Randolph called it like Wallpapers, the movie, where it's like a slideshow of cool wallpapers
Yeah,
without
which to
like
me
any.
means it's going to be a bad movie.
Yep. It sounds like something I might like though. It sounds up my alley a little bit,
And it sounds,
so I'm
whatever the
curious about it.
opposite of my alley is what it is. Like, ooh, like all this movie is pretty pictures. Cool, don't
Oh
care.
boy.
I'll go if I want to see pretty pictures. That's what Google Images is for.
I'll take it down. Don't just stand there, just... I can move back.
If I had to guess, I would say I would like it, but who knows?
You'll like Last Night in Soho better than that piece of garbage.
Watch yourself. Just keep slipping past.
What if they had like the whole narrative of the future of the MCU was like set around the Eternals, and then this movie comes out and Kevin Feige's like, what do I do? I had Chloe Zhao because she's supposed to make good movies, and apparently she can't even do that.
Catch him. Show me your skill.
I think this is showing the dark side of giving these indie directors like, okay, here's like millions of dollars to do a huge blockbuster, and like Chloe Zhao has made good movies that aren't this, but it's a totally different animal to make a like blockbuster movie that is a studio project that you have a lot. You have to be within a franchise. I think they have done stuff with James Gunn like that, where it's like, or a lot of the directors really are like, oh, this guy's like the new name in Hollywood, so we're gonna like take him and make him our guy. Like Scott Derrickson, he was like an up and coming popular horror director, and they're like, oh, do our Doctor Strange movie, and
I think part of
this
the
is
problem is
finally blowing up a bit on them.
I think Chloe Zhao is just the wrong choice and the wrong style of director of what they need, because like with the MCU, like as far as like a director, like a lot of their directing stuff is kind of done already just because of the nature of the MCU. Like with casting and with setting up shots and story and all that type of stuff is like, from what I've heard and stuff, is kind of done already. What they need is more like people that are good with character. You know, like that's why Taika Waititi's movie stands out, and people that work with character well, and even the guys from Community. And I just don't feel like, yeah, the Russos. Like, I feel like that's part like Chloe's, like of the one movie I see, Nomadland, as it is more of like, oh, the set and the backdrop, and it's like a kind of character study movie, but it's still more of like the, oh, like look at the visuals and that type of thing, which I feel like isn't what they need for like what they should be looking for when they look at the indie directors for their movies. It'd be more of like the character, you know what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because they were going for like, oh, she knows how to like meditate on a theme and be like this visually gorgeous
and
piece
that's not
of
the
like
type of people they
visual
should be going
poetry
for.
or whatever.
Yeah,
But I'm like, what? This is the MCU. Like,
yeah, that's not the type of director they should be. Like, oh, like they had like they do like really good character work, and they work with actors really well, and like that's what they should. And I'm not saying like Chloe Zhao's like bad with actors or anything. I have no idea, but just from everything I've seen, I feel like she's just like the wrong choice for an MCU movie.
These are the remains of a Zeponian, a laborer, worked to death.
Just like I feel like Lord and Miller are the wrong choice for a Star Wars movie. Because they're like, oh, let's improvise and change things up. But when you have like this intricate canon where you got to work between all these lines, like guys that like to have a script which is like the basis of their idea, but completely improv through filming, it's like, okay, that doesn't work. I think Lord and Miller could potentially do a Star Wars movie, but it would have to be one that's so disconnected from everything, not one that's about one of your main characters. I don't know how everything keeps going back to Star Wars, but that's just what I know a lot about, so that's where my brain goes, I guess.
I'm a little lost on getting this thing up here. But
you gotta melt the ice somehow.
I gotta melt the ice.
Yeah, climb up. I think you gotta climb up. Maybe not. I don't know. Can you pull those ropes to you?
I can, but I'm not entirely sure where they're taking me because I'm just kind of swinging around.
Alright, what's this mission called?
I gotta raise this spire.
Yeah, but I'm trying to YouTube it. What's if you go to into like settings, it'll be if
I
you
gotta get off of this thing.
raise the spire of Mictrol.
Hey guys. Every time it's just so satisfying.
Oh, there we go. I figured it out. Go to the bottom. Alright, where are you? Where are you? See that thing? See that thing in front of you?
This thing.
Yeah. Here we go. Plug that sumbitch in.
There we go. Now I'm gonna go up a little higher again. Let's figure it out.
Boom, we raised the spire of Mictrol.
Very Lord of the Rings sounding name. Okay, this thing has been arisen.
Alright, I'll continue watching the video. Oh, okay. Go to the bottom.
At the bottom, right down here?
Right.
Or all the way down?
Maybe right there. Hold up. Are you at like the level that it was kind of at? Like, oh yeah, go.
Yeah, I'm at the same one I was at.
Turn, go straight. See that to the right. See where the thing you can like jump up there. Jump up there. All right. He's got one of those. Yeah, kill that ram thing.
Oh boy.
ED, help please.
Now I can grab this thing. Oh, I think I know what I'm supposed to do here. Oops.
Yeah, I got it. I know what you're supposed to do. Wait, hold up. Grab it. Throw it at that, because you're supposed to burn. Ultimately, you're supposed to burn that thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's your
So I want to throw it
objective.
right
So
at
if
this
you can
thing.
go the short way.
Oops. Wrong button.
Oh, the the water's going. You have to go the long way. 'Cause the
Ah, okay,
waterfall.
okay. I see now.
The waterfall.
So I'm gonna have to throw this thing into that magnet to catch it, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, way too high. Oh, never mind. I guess it worked.
Might still be too high. Oh no.
Nice. So now it's all the way down here smashed up. So I gotta jump down and push it in.
That's what she said.
Just step down. Push it in.
Push it real good.
Here it is. I have finally found an intact representation of this sacred Zepho artifact. My friend, look closely. This is Mixtro at the Vault Ambagana. You can see an object in their hand. Based on this imagery, I believe this object allows a force wielder to perceive the mysteries of the vault. This is the key and the guide, the Zepho Astrium. But who would destroy images of it and why? Requires more research. However, our next step is clear. Find an Astrium, if any still exist.
An Astrium. You ever heard of it? Me neither. But a key. Yeah, I understand that. Looks like we know what we have to find.
Let's do it. Got myself an achievement. Look at that. Take a little rest. Those temples are like an endurance test, you know. Between talking and streaming and trying to solve puzzles at the same time. Alright, I'm heading back. I'm hoping for a fight here.
Good, Padawan. You've cleared the way.
What are you talking about?
I needed this tomb raised. And now that I have what I need, you're of no use to me.
Can you reverse what she's done? Thanks. Hope this new encryption keeps her out for good.
I'm really into the storyline with the apprentice. I'm really excited to see how that plays out and get some answers to like why we were lied to and what the actual story was there. I can now slice Imperial probe droids.
You should check in with the Mantis. Krilla probably knows where they are. You sure the comm's fixed? They're not answering. Something's wrong. We need to get back.
Something's going very badly here.
Why?
I'm getting a bad feeling about this, Joe.
Nerd.
We'll bail you around.
I got a great feeling about it.
Seems like we've been walking into a lot of them lately. Wait, do you hear that?
Alright, get myself hyped. Or not. I was getting major boss room vibes from this thing. Back to the elevator.
Everything quiet at the moment. Can't wait to get some more action. All right, bring it on. Correction, everything was quiet. Fuck him! Just you aren't leaving here alive.
God.
I think this might be a lift to the lower floor. It'll be good for heading back.
Heading back to the Mantis. I'm gonna check this little secret passage thing over here. See if I got anything good. Oh, I can't climb that thing. There we go. What did I get, Joe?
Poncho.
You jumped in there. Oh, you found something.
Oh, lightsaber material. Nice. I don't think I should fight that guy. But maybe I should.
What guy?
Come at me.
Hey, you Jedi. I'll press your guard.
What dick?
I know. I'm just trying to live my life, man.
Where are we headed? Where are we trying to go?
We're going back to the Mantis, but I have gone out of the way a bit to get whatever this thing is over here.
An Imperial officer hid a valuable relic here. She was hoping to use it to gain favor with the Emperor, but her deception was making her reckless.
Nice. Another Force Echo. Now I'm gonna head back to the Mantis, which is this way.
This away, that away, this way.
Let's go down this way, see what we got.
I don't think I can hit a target. Hey, an intruder! Be careful! Keep on him! Firing! Don't like our chances here.
Kill that R2-D2.
More like R2 dead 2.
Got him.
Could use a little help, BD.
Where are we going?
he's just here.
I did go in a big old circle. That's okay. I got some secrets out of it. And now I'm going right back to that thing. Got a force cycle, got a lightsaber material. Definitely not total waste of time.
Told some stormtroopers what's up.
Yeah. Blew off some steam, you know, killed a few stormtroopers. Happens to the best of us. Alright, this is taking me way down here. Let's see what we got.
Sometimes with these games, I wish there was a setting of like, I'm trying to
Tell
get
me where
back
to
to the
go.
mantis here. Just fucking point me in an arrow in that direction. Like, I understand maybe not for like when you've trying to complete the puzzle and you're like, you know, doing the thing of like, okay, don't tell me what to do. But when you've like done the thing and now it's like, okay, just get back to the ship and be like, all right, tell me where I gotta go. Let's start this thing. Or just teleport me to the fucking mantis and say I walked there. You know?
Yeah, I don't need all this filler time on this. This game, that's my biggest problem with it so far. I don't know if it's me sucking, which is adding to the time a lot, I'm sure, but it feels like quite a lot of filler
Part
time
of
in
it
this
is
game.
too with like the aesthetic of Star Wars. So much of it looks the same. Where you're like, have I been here before? Or is this new shit?
Yeah.
I am the Emperor's will.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, it's hard to tell if I walk into a room and I'm like, was I here, just here, or was I not?
BD, need an overcharge here.
So that turns the shield on. That's not what I need. Back to the mantis. This is quite the trek. That can't be the right way. Looking like the right way. I couldn't pull that thing before. Get myself some health.
Yeah, I feel like you gotta go up that line, right?
Alright, I see this. If I just... Okay, so that'll push me up a bit. I forgot I could now go up zip lines.
Ready for another stim? And there we go.
Nice. That's really important. Those will definitely help.
Yeah.
Entire extra stim. Oh, this is a cool looking droid guy. But gone.
You're paying for that.
Kick his ass, Seabass.
You are dumb.
Alright, tough.
Help, BD.
Get some.
Oh boy. No. It's insta die. Pretty rough. Oh, it's part of the plot.
BD,
I was gonna take that guy.
where are
I could have had him.
we? BD1? Little buddy? Where are you?
You don't take away BD1, alright?
BD?
Now it's serious.
And your lightsaber's gone too.
And my
Wherever
lightsaber.
here it is.
I remember this puzzle was a bitch.
Something back there.
Alright, this.
Whoever locked me up took my lightsaber.
Oh,
Gotta get it
I
back.
got my lightsaber.
I told you that.
Yeah, you're right. Alright, so I got something under here. What else I got in here? I got some wires.
Is that a power cable? That did it.
There we go. I'm a genius, Joe.
It's cold. Stale.
I'm not a puzzle person, alright?
As you can see, I'm not either. At least not in this game.
Oh, I remember this now.
Oops, I keep hitting the wrong button. So this can power this.
So basically, there's 3 plugs,
And this.
or like 3 or 4 plugs, and you have to figure out which plug goes to which.
Can this reach this? So it can.
I did something.
There we go. Can this reach this?
Door opened up.
Yes, it can. Door opened up. Check out that little door. I don't even have my map or anything because BD1's not here. Alright, that didn't do anything. Let's see what I got inside here.
There's them. Yeah. Breaking shit.
I know, just smashing stuff.
Let's
Goes
see
to the
if I can find
tombs
a
and he's
way
like
in here.
destroying whole walls. I'm like, bring some care to these Jedi temples, Cal.
Feels like I'm being watched.
I gotta feel somebody's watching me.
Uh-oh. Something tells me I have to fight that guy. I do like all the unique kind of characters, the different creatures they bring into this game. It's not all just like established Star Wars creatures, you know. They made the choice to at least give us some new stuff.
Someone in there? Where are we? What?
Ah,
Sork Tormo?
No language he's speaking.
this guy's speaking the language of the
Okay.
Phantom Menace language.
Huttese.
Yes, Huttese.
Poodoo.
Oh, thanks for your help, man. You got the.
That's not good.
Oh, jeez. This is a cool location. They're like dumping all these bodies in here. What's this way? Oh, that's where I came from. I gotta power that thing somehow. Let's see what I can do. Ooh, that's a good idea. Give me that. Can this reach? Definitely not. Definitely not. Got too smart for my own good there. Let's go ahead and throw that thing up.
I want to plug it back in.
Oh. Didn't even give me an echo.
Notice anything?
Well, I got this thing.
Yeah.
A plug. Let's try this one. Nice. BD. He's back.
Hey! Oh, I'm happy to see you too. Let's get that restraining bolt off of you.
Hey, that's Imperial property.
Poor droids. Let's get out of here before the same happens to us.
It's droid graveyard. I'm sorry, droid jail.
Hey, BD.
Nice.
Nice.
I appreciate it. Okay. Alright, my map and everything. Look at that. You don't know how much you miss it until it's gone. One of those maps where every hallway looks so similar that I don't even know what direction I'm going.
Job done.
There we go. Progress. What does this do? Overcharge. That doesn't work. Maybe not.
Yeah, I think you just gotta be closer to it.
We could plug something in here. It's my power now.
Okay, this thing's on. Here we go. Let's go get her.
Lightsaber's missing.
Oh yeah, lightsaber first.
Sounds like someone is home after all. Hey, I recognize this band.
Is it Tatooine Rhapsody?
What if it was? What if everyone forgot about that band because it's been so long since they played Fallen Order and we're the first to realize it?
Oh, it's Rob Zombie, never mind.
Finally, he arrives! We had action on how long it would take you to get here.
And who are you?
Who am I? I'm Sword Tormo, baby. I'm the boss of this operation. You have greasy forearms to thank for bringing us together.
I will. As soon as we get out of here.
We have a special challenger for you tonight. An enforcer from a bygone era. A Jedi! Let's see what he's got.
It's gonna be Hulk.
Somebody get baby his toy.
Your Incredible Hulk.
Joe,
We're friends from
I'll
work.
give you a show.
You know the history behind that line?
They work together in the Avengers?
No, but who wrote that line?
No, I don't know.
So, they were trying to figure out, like, they were filming that scene. They were trying to figure out what, like, Thor should say because, like, nothing they had was working. And they had a Make-A-Wish kid on set that day who, like, I don't know if their wish was to meet Chris Hemsworth or just see the filming of Thor or whatever it was. But they were telling him about that the scene that they were filming of, like, okay, like, it's a gladiator scene and, like, Thor's there and then Hulk comes out and they, you know, see each other. And the Make-A-Wish kid was like, oh, that's cool because they're, like, friends from work.
I like that. That makes it cute. You wonder. Nope.
Speedy, here.
You hear Make-A-Wish, you wonder if the kid like got to see a movie or not.
Yeah.
You know, see his line play out. You hope so.
Yeah.
But that's a cool history behind that. Yeah, this is a very Thor Ragnarok scene right now.
Yeah.
This kid is something else, isn't it?
Jeff Goldblum was up there talking his shit.
Yeah. Loki's having the time of his life.
You get the hang of it quick.
That's what that feels like.
Head down and face me yourself.
I'm too busy counting my credits.
Great. Talks too much.
More guys. Did not play that one well.
What a strike from the Jedi.
Oh god, more guys.
Get him some real action.
Yeah.
Now that's what I call a fight. Let's level this thing. Hit him with
Oh
something
Jesus.
really nasty.
My health is not ready for this.
Dude, uglier than mating season on Yalbeck Prime.
Yalbeck Prime.
That was enough. Just wait.
Oof. This is not gonna go in my favor, I think. I need to try a second time.
You need to have a winning attitude. You need to fight, and you gotta survive.
I'm gonna fight. Like I'm to the last breath.
You gotta be smart. You can't let them kill you. These bitches ain't shit. You survived Order 66. What are a couple monsters?
That's true. Yep.
And now,
Dang. You're not wrong.
win them all.
Next time I got this.
All right, I believe in you. I have faith.
I know the pacing of the fight now.
You're gonna run through them, bury them, make them wish they had never been born.
Dang. Alright, I need to do a quick look at my abilities. So I can't remember a lot of the things that I have. Leaping slash.
All right, EA comes to you and says, "We want you to do the next Star Wars game. What are you doing?"
Huh. I think we would really benefit from a Clone Wars game. We've had games like kind of set in the Clone Wars. We've had like stuff based on it, but not really. I would love to see a Fallen Order style game within the prequel era or the Clone War era. I think it's an era that is not really explored all that much. And like, I mean, obviously in Clone Wars it was super explored, and but outside of that, I feel like it would be really fun to be able to like kind of run around in that world and get a little bit more of an exploration of it. If I was gonna do a Fallen Order, I would have it sit there, but also I probably wouldn't have them do a Fallen Order too. I mean, I would have them eventually, but if I was in charge, I'm doing more of a more of a yeah, less about just wandering around these aimless hallways. You know, so I like the idea of going through these planets, and I would hope for a bit more of a streamlined story. Like I like a bit more of a stream into my games where I'm like, okay, here's point A, you gotta get to point B, and that's kind of what this is. But at the same time, it's so overcomplicated. And there was that kind of underworld game that was going on for a bit that ended up getting
13.
canceled.
Yeah, that's what I would do if they were like, "Okay, you get to make or you get to like come up with."
I'm doing rough on this mission. I gotta lock in.
All right.
But
Focus. We're locked in. We're gonna crush them.
not this time I won't. But next time I will.
Bugs ain't shit. Well, if you already feel so, basically, my idea would be Grand Theft Auto and Star Wars, where basically you start off as a low-level bounty hunter. Maybe. Ooh, that's. I just came up with my idea. You're a clone. Who Order 66 didn't work on you for whatever reason, and now you're just, you know, similar to Bad Batch. You have a certain level of skill and or certain skills, and know when to use them, and so you become a bounty hunter. You know, low-level gangster, making your way up in the galaxy.
I really like that. And the open world would
also,
be really fun in Star Wars.
But also because you're a clone, you have to like hide your face and hide your identity and upgrade. You change your armor out over time throughout the game.
Are you a bounty hunter the whole time, or do you get recruited at some point by the Rebellion or any other larger group?
No, you're a bounty hunter the whole time. Because to me, I would have it placed like right around the time of Bad Batch, where the Rebellion isn't like big enough. Like maybe if you got to like game 2 or game 2 or 3, and you're deeper into like the time of the Empire, maybe you start doing missions more for the Rebellion. But
God damn it.
BD! Right here, BD.
this Sork Tormo guy's a dick. You gotta take the fight to them.
Yeah.
Ah, fucking bullshit.
He's finished.
Just kill me.
Time to collect those credits.
It's always nice when there's an attack you can't even dodge out of the way or run out of the way or anything. You just get hit.
Kick their ass next time.
I think an open world would be good for Star Wars. This is like semi-open world, and I like the explorative aspects of it, but it's kind of stuck in between an open world and not. Forgot I have a double blade lightsaber.
Because I think you could make it like canon and stuff, like how this is, but it's like you could have it be like semi-canon. Like, okay, all the characters you meet are canon, your character's canon, but like obviously being a video game, like you know what I'm saying? Like there are choices you make and stuff. Because originally I had an idea that I thought would be cool, would be a graphic novel called Order 66, where each of them are various short stories revolving around Order 66. And one of the ideas was basically a clone that I think I named Basher because he had like hit his head a bunch of times and got a number of concussions, and then so when Order 66 happens, it didn't work on him. And
Now I got this.
And basically it's him protecting the Padawan that he was working with throughout the Clone Wars and like getting her to safety. But I also like the idea of having that clone that it didn't work on just outliving his life, trying not to die.
Grand Theft Auto 5 introduced like these multiple protagonist kind of angle.
Yeah.
Where you switch out between 3 different people who had their own different stories that kind of all intertwined.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It could be really fun to see that in Star Wars.
Yeah, especially if you did like a bounty hunter thing, you could have if you wanted to do like that time period. It'd be interesting if you did like a Jedi, whatever that survived Order 66. Like do a clone. What's his face? The one that's in Phantom Menace for like half a second, and then he's in the Clone Wars.
Quinlan Vos?
Quinlan Vos becomes a bounty hunter. Because we know he survived Order 66, but we don't know anything beyond that. Quinlan Vos, a surviving clone, and like somebody else. Something, maybe like a separatist or something.
It will be fun to see a game from a separatist perspective.
Little help, BD.
Alright, let me get my bearings and then attack this guy. Wait, and then yeah.
I like how he has like a quarter damage and his stomach looks like he fucking fell into a pit of lava.
I know, he's like burning up. That's one thing that makes Jedi games a little bit hard. It's like, if I'm slicing with a lightsaber, how are you not just like dead?
Yeah, I cut your
But you
stomach
can't have
open.
someone die in one game. Or in one hit.
That's why I look at like, okay, this story is canon, but maybe, because obviously like, every single frame of this game can't be, right? Like, so, because you would play it and I would play it, and like things obviously just go differently. So I would imagine.
If I go to Dathomir first, or you go to where?
Yeah, so like.
There's all kinds of different planets.
Yeah, so I would imagine like, okay, in the strictest story sense of this being canon, he just mows through everything, right? Like these monsters drop and he just cuts through them like you would expect a Jedi to.
God damn it. I'm close, but I don't think I'm gonna do it.
Are you out of stims?
Yeah. But next time I'll do it. I forgot now that I have my double blade lightsaber out, I've been mowing through the medium guys, so
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah, they were both at like 10%.
Third try is the charm, Joe.
Yep.
This game does throw me off with its combat because it apes Dark Souls so much in every other element of its gameplay, and like its mechanics, but then the combat is like the opposite. Because when you play Dark Souls, you want to stay back and really like plan your attacks and dodge around, and this is like get in their face and then hit them as much as you can. And I keep playing it the wrong way, I think, which has been my problem in a lot of these boss fights.
Star Jedi. Will the Jedi.
Fucking hell. I can't be getting this hit in the beginning.
Stim
I need just a reset checkpoint option or something.
This is gonna end one way or another. Perhaps my crawlers will tickle your fancy.
Alright, I got hit once. Alright, I got one stim down, but we'll see.
Alright, cut him up. Fuck him up.
Fuck this game, dude.
Beat the ass.
Another step.
Alright. I'm trying to avoid that guy for a sec.
This is not your day.
Shit.
Help, BD.
Got no choice. I'm mashing the X button.
That was my baby.
And keep that. It's just 1v1, baby. Let's go. You and this dumb... Oh, and that dumb rat. But that rat will probably just
Oh,
be
and
a
this
casualty.
dude.
I dealt that.
Alright, just 1v1 now. Let's go.
Get him. They just handed me that one.
Yeah.
Easy counter, though.
They're like, he's been doing this too long, man.
To come. I believe you know our next challenge. The Haxian Brood is coming for
There's
us.
more.
Oh, these guys. I think I...
You're mine. You afraid? You look small.
Oh, I'd like to see that again. And now he dies.
It's not going good for me.
Is this what passes for a Jedi now? Combo time. Get some.
How does he do that?
Yeah, I would say don't engage it because you have so little health left. Just wait for him to shoot.
Not
Oh,
running.
never mind. Because
I
that's when
think
you
I
were
can
doing
get
your
it this
most
time.
damage. That's when you were doing your most damage, was when he would shoot you and you would just deflect it back at him.
Getting back into the feeling of combat here. We got this. We got this. Okay, nice. I'm glad they're sitting right there. Oh, nice. I got a checkpoint. I was fighting this guy.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I didn't do it early enough.
Tristan, do you believe in the facts or do you believe in reality?
Yeah. Are those the only options?
Do you believe in what they tell you or do you believe in reality?
I think I believe in reality.
Are you one of those people that believes they're, that doesn't believe the Earth is flat? Because the Earth's flat.
Look, how do you just believe what NASA tells you, you know?
All I'm saying is the Earth is 70% water. Uncarbonated water, in fact, so therefore the Earth is flat.
That's a good way of looking at it. It's all just fake news, Joe.
Yep. I can't believe everyone out here is making fun of all the people that say the Earth is flat when it's very clearly the Earth is flat.
Look, I mean, I've never seen it round, so...
If the Earth's spinning, how come we aren't thrown off of it? How can it be on the Earth if it's spinning? Makes no sense. Do you feel like you're spinning? I don't feel like I'm spinning.
I'm not the fool with you. Oh, you little.
I like how they have a robot that talks shit.
I don't know. That's his entire program. He just insults you.
Okay, this has to be the last one. But
Why isn't this in a clanker?
Yeah? Let me see. What do you mean, David?
I think we found the
It's the
mantis.
ship. We made it back to the mantis.
I will chase you across the galaxy if I have to!
We made it.
Yep.
Only 3.5 tries. It's not too bad.
Not too shabby, Captain.
As soon as I realized I have a double-bladed lightsaber, I just like plowed through that.
Yeah, they're an ugly group, huh? They smell like used droid oil. At least they're okay.
Yeah, a complication we could have avoided. Luckily, we found you.
We have another complication. The Empire knows about the holocron.
It's not good. The entire mission is now at risk.
And I had a nice chat with the second sister.
Ooh, let's go.
Trilla.
Oh, call her out.
What did she tell you?
She told me
She told me enough.
you betrayed her to the Empire.
She told me you killed him.
Is it true?
She'll say anything to jeopardize this mission.
Is it true?
She was my apprentice. Before the purge.
You should have told me.
We're getting an encrypted message from Kashyyyk.
Timing, bruh.
Mari,
Cal, we found Tarful, and he is willing to meet you. That's not all. The Empire overran our position at the refinery. Saw retreated off-world. Some of us have joined the Wookiee fighters in the forests. Be careful.
you too.
Later.
Later. You have her lead.
What bait? Later. We have a whole
Isn't it gonna be fine?
intergalactic trip. Like, they can't have a conversation?
No, man. They got Wookiees to kill.
Oh, can we talk? What? Can we talk? I don't know what's going on between you and her. I mean, I figure it's some kind of Jedi thing, but I don't think this is the right time for
It's
it.
not any of your business.
I think it's my business. And we're all in this together, aren't we?
We're all in this together.
Hey, Cal.
Kel had a face and he's like, I've heard that song.
Yeah.
He's like, really? Really?
Mistake. And I almost got you killed. Sorry.
You should have walked out in that battle and be like, I know this song, and it starts playing High School Musical soundtrack over that battle.
Maybe you.
I would have won in one try there.
Bro, I believe you.
Well, you cut her some slack. I'm not saying do it for me, but you two are the best thing that ever happened in my life.
Oh, you have a shitty life,
You know,
dog.
all I cared about was a tight hand on a stiff eater. That's a game term.
I know what it is.
It sounds a lot more sexual than that.
You don't like a tight hand on a stiff eater?
Before you two, all I cared about was myself. Now it's different.
Rocket Raccoon vibes from the character.
Yeah. Gotta check on your plants.
What's cool about watching a plant grow?
I've got one plant. I haven't been keeping up with the plants, I guess.
Yeah, do better, dog.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna give myself a little lightsaber upgrade. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Alright. We got blue, we got green, we got orange. I'm gonna stick with the blue for right now, you know? And finally, the material. Nice. Liking that. I've got 2 skill points, so I'm gonna grab myself a little skill quickly here.
Hell yeah. Skill up.
An airborne attack that allows Kel to push away nearby enemies when he lands. I kind of like that. Kel performs a special attack when switching his lightsaber type. Let's do that one. That sounds cool.
You know the first rule of Star Wars. It's always better if it's cool.
Yep. Star Wars does exist on the rule of cool. If it looks badass, that's all you
Put
gotta
it
do.
in there. Star Killer Base. It's a planet with a whole bunch of fucking shit stripped out of it. It's cool, man. Does it really make sense? Fuck it. Y'all need more
Not a
ponchos.
ton of great ponchos.
Yeah.
I like that look for BD1 though.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Heading out. Gave us up a whole wardrobe change for the new planet.
Off to Kashyyyk.
Greetings, BD1. Nothing to say, so let's go.
Cordova had supplies hidden all over Bogano. Could be worth a trip back to explore.
Not right now. I've done enough running around. Alright, let's go back to Kashyyyk.
Even after all the action you two bring, I still get a thrill watching the games.
And as long as you keep your habits in check.
Oh yeah, no, of course. I'm just a spectator. No game.
Really?
Yeah, we're talking pure we going more than what just slick moves and brute force.
Captain, I am so proud of your enthusiasm for something
Mm-hmm.
barbaric.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is true.